Hello everyone and welcome back to Royalty USA. I am James Carter and I need you to stop for a moment. Just stop, because what happened this morning on live radio in the United Kingdom is something that I have been covering this royal family for years and I have genuinely never heard before. Not like this. Not with these words, not with this level of openness and vulnerability and raw, unscripted love from a man who has always kept his deepest feelings carefully private. Prince William spoke about Princess Catherine this morning, live, on Heart Radio, in front of millions of listeners. And what he said, the exact words he chose, the emotion in his voice, the things he revealed that he has never revealed before, stopped the entire country in its tracks. And by the time this video is over, I think you will understand why. Stay with me, because this story is not just about a radio interview. It is about a husband who has watched his wife go through something that most of us will never fully understand, and who, for the first time, let the world really hear, exactly what that journey has meant to him. Let me set the scene for you, because context matters here. This morning, Prince William appeared live on Heart Breakfast, one of the United Kingdom's most listened to morning radio programs, hosted by Amanda Holden and Jamie Theakston. He was there officially to discuss the opening of a new wing at the hospital on the Isles of Scilly, a cause close to his heart, a community he genuinely cares about. That was the plan. That was what was on the official schedule. A warm, relatively straightforward appearance about a hospital opening in a beautiful part of England. And then Amanda Holden asked him about Catherine. And everything changed. Now I want to be completely honest with you, as I always am on this channel. Prince William is not a man who opens up easily in public. He is reserved by nature. He was raised in a world where privacy is protection, where what you do not say cannot be used against you, where the safest answer is often no answer at all. He has watched what happened to his mother when she spoke too freely and too honestly in public. He has lived his entire life understanding that words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. And so when Prince William speaks, truly speaks, from the heart, without the careful diplomatic language of a prepared statement, it means something. It means a great deal. And this morning, he spoke, asked by Amanda Holden how he felt about Catherine's recent trip to Italy, her first major solo overseas visit since completing her cancer treatment. William's answer was not measured. It was not careful. It was not the kind of response that gets cleared by a communications team and polished into something safe and presentable. It was immediate. It was real. And it was something this country has been waiting a long time to hear from him. He said, and I want you to hear every single word of this, he said, "So proud. I am very, very proud. She has been amazing. She has been through so much in the last couple of years particularly, and she had been looking forward to the Italian trip a lot. Very, very proud." Those 4 words, coming from a man who almost never speaks like this in public, carry a weight that is difficult to overstate, because this is not a man performing gratitude for a camera. This is not a carefully crafted PR moment designed to make the royal family look good. This is a husband. A real husband, speaking about his wife with a directness and an emotion that told every single person listening exactly what the last 2 years have felt like inside the walls of their home. And he did not stop there, William went on. He said, and again, I want you to hear every word, she is an amazing mum and an amazing wife, and literally our family could not cope without her. She has been absolutely stunning, really has. Literally our family could not cope without her. Think about what it means for Prince William, the future King of England, a man trained from birth to project strength and composure and certainty, to say those words out loud to millions of listeners without hesitation, to admit that without Catherine, his family would struggle, to say not just that he loves her, but that she is the foundation, the backbone, the person that holds everything together. That is not a royal statement. That is a husband telling the truth about his marriage, and it is one of the most human things I have ever heard Prince William say. But there is more, because William did not just speak about Catherine's strength and her recovery. He spoke about something that gave me a glimpse into their private life that I found genuinely moving. He revealed that Catherine threw herself into preparation for the Italy visit with everything she had. He described her as a proper pro on early years, meaning her knowledge of early childhood education, the subject she has dedicated the last decade of her professional life to, is not just surface level. It is deep, it is real, it is earned. And then he said something that made the whole of Britain smile this morning. He joked, and I love this. He said, "Most evenings I am fighting to get past in the bedroom all the paperwork that she has got lined up ready to read." Think about that image for a moment. The future King of England, trying to navigate around stacks of early childhood research papers on his wife's side of the bedroom. A woman who has been through cancer, through surgery, through chemotherapy, through months of recovery, and who is spending her evenings buried in paperwork because she loves this work so much that she cannot leave it at the office. That is who Princess Catherine is. Not just a royal figure, not just a public servant, a woman who is genuinely, deeply, passionately committed to what she does, and a woman whose husband sees that and loves her for it. William also said that Catherine came back from Italy buzzing. That is the exact word he used. Buzzing. Not tired. Not relieved it was over. Buzzing. Full of energy. Full of purpose. Full of the kind of joy that comes when you have done something that truly matters to you, and it has gone even better than you dared hope. And William noted, with the care and the thoughtfulness of a man who has been paying very close attention, that overseas visits take their toll, so the family must make sure she remains okay and rested. He is watching. He is protecting. He is the person making sure that the woman he loves does not burn herself out in her desire to give everything to everyone. Now I want to tell you why this interview matters so much beyond the beautiful words themselves. Because royal commentators have been talking about it all morning, and the consensus is the same everywhere. Prince William has spoken about Catherine in public before. He has praised her. He has stood beside her. He has shown the world, through his actions, that he loves and supports her completely. But the level of openness this morning, the vulnerability, the specificity, the willingness to say our family could not cope without her on live radio, represents something new. Something that royal observers are calling genuinely unprecedented for this particular man. The List, one of the most respected royal commentary publications, described this morning's interview as a rare moment of vulnerability from Prince William. Rare. That word is important because it tells you exactly how unusual this was. This is not a man who shares his emotional inner world with the public, and yet this morning he did. He opened a door that he has kept very carefully closed for a very long time. And what came through that door was love. Pure, honest, unperformed love for the woman he married and the life they have built together. And I think I know why he spoke like this today. I think the Italy trip changed something in him. I think watching Catherine walk into that Italian piazza, watching the crowds chant her name, watching the teachers be moved to tears, watching his wife be magnificent in front of the whole world after everything she has been through, I think something shifted in William that morning. Something that had been held very tightly for a very long time. The fear, the worry, the careful guardedness of a man who has spent 2 years watching the person he loves most fight for her life. I think some of that finally began to release. And what came out of that release on Heart Radio this morning were the most honest words Prince William has spoken in years. She is amazing. She has been through so much. Our family could not cope without her. She has been absolutely stunning. These are not the words of a future king managing his public image. These are the words of a man who is grateful, deeply, profoundly, completely grateful. Grateful that she is here, grateful that she is well, grateful that the world is finally getting to see what he has always known, that Princess Catherine is extraordinary, not just as a royal, not just as a public figure, as a person, as a mother, as a wife, as a human being who chose this life and gives it everything she has, every single day, without complaint. Italy showed the world who she is. And this morning on Heart Radio, Prince William made sure the world heard it from him too. I am James Carter. This has been Royalty USA. Tell me in the comments, which word from William moved you the most? Was it very, very proud? Was it our family could not cope without her? Was it absolutely stunning? I want to know. I read every single comment, everyone. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and ring that bell. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.